Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blink 182. You know, that was the one concert I actually passed up on. Blink 182. I didn't pass up on any other concerts. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've been to a lot of concerts. I don't know. Not much to ramble on today about. Dogs got loose yesterday. Snickers got hit by a car again. Just gotta love it. Glad he was able to make it home. He's not too worse for wear from what I can tell. He's a little stiff this morning, but doesn't look like he was too injured. I mean, he either got rolled by a car or he fell down. That was him just then. Or he rolled down a hill, but he twisted one of his front wrists. I have no idea what the deal is with that dog. It's like, how many times do you get hit by a car before you realize that you shouldn't be in the road? Anger in chains. I don't know what to do with him, man. I don't know what to do with him. Dogs are crazy responsibilities, man. And the thing is, and it's been raining, so they haven't been getting walked as much as they like to get walked. So when they get real antsy, then they start looking to escape, especially Hiccup. See, in Snickers and Draco, they don't really like to run away, right? If Draco jumps the fence, you just call. If he's by himself, you call him, he comes right back. Snickers, if he gets loose on his own, he just wanders around here. But Hiccup is a big old hound dog. And if he gets loose, he's chasing deer. He's running through the woods. We have a huge nature reserve over here. And the town wells are over here as well. So it's all like this giant wooded protected property. And then I've got all woods behind me over here. So he's not coming back. You know, when Hiccup's out, full moon completion. When Hiccup gets out, he's not coming back until he's tired. But apparently he lost those two because he came back first and he ran so much, he got them lost. They are not, it's weird. They're all smart and like they're not Snickers. Snickers is just completely a spaz. Good morning. Snickers is completely a spaz, right? But Draco's pretty smart, but he's smart in his own ways. And Hiccup's a good tracker, so he can run really far away. He can find his own way back home. Those two can't. They get lost. I laugh. Draco kind of has like ADHD. That just fell out. Put that over there with those. I don't know. It's weird when you look at animals because it's like they definitely have different conscious levels based on their intelligence. Gives you a bit of a perspective on things. I don't know. Hiccup also has a lump on his chest right here. He's about 8 years old and he's a big boy, so he's getting to be an old man. So the thing about animals and soul contracts is, you know, you're pretty much guaranteed to outlive them. It's a dilemma my grandparents have, right? They're like, they're terrified of outliving their pets. Or not outliving their pets, them dying and then they're leaving their pets behind and what will happen to them. Their pets outliving them. At the same time, they can't wrap their heads around not having an animal. And my grandmother has to. If my grandmother doesn't have a dog to take care of, she'll completely lose her mind. She just has to at this point. You know what I'm saying? She's 82 years old. She has to have something to dote on and take care of. Or else she's on the phone constantly with the entire family worrying about everybody. She needs something in her home to worry about. Everybody's got their thing, man. It's a big topic that's been coming up lately too. It's about mental health, and it's about, when we say you have to learn, you have to heal, and you have to learn to love yourself before you can find love. Nobody's saying that you have to be perfect, right? That's like telling somebody that has their arm chopped off, oh, hey, you're never going to be able to find love until you can, regrow your arm. That's not how it works, right? The objective is if you know you have issues, you try to work on them. And things that you struggle to work on, you have to be able to communicate that to the people you are with, right? So that they understand what your anxieties and your issues are. That whole thing that happened with the guy that wouldn't leave when we told him to. He was told he had to leave by a certain time. Why? Because I have massive anxiety issues, right? It's like it's got nothing to do with, just is what it is, right? I didn't do a playing card row. Should we do a playing card row? Maybe we'll do those at the end. All right. I'm going to stick to the 3D, 4D, 5D. On the 3D is very back and forth. Okay. All right. So you get the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Prince of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and around we go. I can't make this stuff up, man, right? It's like what? No. Do I stay or do I go now? What do I talk or do I don't? Do I move on or do I, round and round, right? You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. The 3D is a very funny place right now because I'm so like, I've kind of hermited myself most of this year, which I guess you would think more people have done, but people have dove so deep into the internet on people. It's been insane. And it's created all these crazy, crazy dynamics. And yeah, people are terrified to talk to each other now. It's this whole weird thing. And now I grew up in an Italian family, right? And we have this big joke in our family. We're like, we're all crazy. We're all crazy. Like, if we wanted to, we can sit around and we can talk about all the mental breakdowns that women in my family have had over the years and all the crazy stories that happen. We tend to just focus on like fun times when we were acting like lunatics instead of the anxiety-ridden hard times when we were acting like lunatics. But there's this era of forgiveness in a family like that. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's had their moment where they've had, where they've lashed out, Me and my grandfather got into an argument when I was little, and he snatched me by my ponytail and put me up against the wall because I cussed at him. I'm sure that's something, those are those random thoughts that hit your mind in the middle of nowhere, and you feel bad about it like 20 years after the fact, right? But what are you going to do? You're going to like hold on to stuff like that, never talk to people again, be afraid to, I don't know. It's a weird story and a weird dynamic that just came out. People bother me so much right now. It's a common sense thing. It's like when I see something so simple that so easily could be solved, and for some reason they just can't figure it out, like in a store or something like that, I lose my shit. Cashiers and stuff like that. I'm like, that's why you're being replaced with robots. I'm like, it's not rocket science. I did it for 15 years. It's not a big deal. Anyway, off the point. All right, so back to the 4D here. We got the Fool, right? The Fool. And I feel like the Fool does not want to take a leap because there's still deceptions. And this guy in this deck reminds me a lot of the Knight of Swords, right? I feel like there's still skills that need to be worked on. I feel like everybody involved in this telepathic connections are aware that we are all still learning to weave them skills. Been talking about that a lot lately too, man. I don't know if it's the eclipsing energies or what it's been lately, but there's definitely been a shockwave, definitely to the timelines that I tend to read. Okay. And it's been this whole vibration. Like when I had my, I don't know what kind of an awakening it was. I called it like a merging, right? It was like a merging of the 3D, 4D, 5D and the different aspects. I'm not going to get into the whole details of what happened there, but it was like you could see a whole webbed grid and they all pinged on, right? And every now and then something smashes along that web and it just shakes everything and everybody gets real wonky for a while, right? Usually it's Mercury retrograde, but this seems a little bit more specific and it seems like there's a lot more inadvertent psychic attacks going on because of this, because people feel they have been deceived, lied to. There's something somebody's not saying. There's not enough information. That's that whole back and forth energy that's coming through on the 3D line too. Should I talk to you? Should I not? And it's like, I feel a lot of people, especially since we went through all that stuff where we were dealing with addictions and everything a few years ago, right? Through 2019 to 2021, right? That whole retrograding cycle in Capricorn. I feel like there's a lot of people who don't know if they genuinely remember everything. And that's eating them up more than anything else. They want to contact people they were talking to then to be like, dude, I don't know why you're mad at me. And I feel like I am not remembering something very, very important, you know, or vice versa. I don't know if they remember what they did. Should I tell them what they did? You know, do they know? You know, that kind of energy going on. But yeah, the rest of the 4D really just calls for what everybody's trying to follow their purpose and trying to find their best life still, right? So it's like we all have that multi dynamics going on, right? You got your 3D life that you are trying to build, and you are actually that the 3D life is kind of like it's your actual boat, right? It's the vessel to which you are traveling the river, right? So that's where you're trying to keep your focus. You're like, what? I'm like, you know, I got too much shit to worry about with my boat, right? I'm trying to get to where I've been trying to get to, and I'm worried about the wind and my sails and the rudders and oars and all this other stuff, and you know, keeping it in between the friggin' shorelines and not grounding it. So I'm not trying to, yeah, I'm trying to keep working on these skills, right? Trying to, right? Queen of Pentacles. Trying to nurture and take care of the things that we need to take care of. See, and the 5D kind of tells the same story. What? There was a battle. There was a battle at some point, right? People do want to reconcile what, but at least be like, dude, was it anything really bad? Like, did anything bad even actually happen? Because I don't feel like anything bad happened. Like, you know, the communication does want to be put out there, right? And I think it does want to be put out there because people want to be able to move on from this energy. And it's hard when you can't finish putting it back together, right? You have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is showing that there's a lot of clarity happening right now on the 5D level. I feel like there's a lot of clarity transcending down right now. And it's going to be stabilizing here soon. So the 5D is even calling for the stabilization. I just got with this too. It just popped in my head, right? Isn't the next full moon a solar? Isn't the next full moon's a solar eclipse, right? It is on the 26th, isn't it? I don't know if it's a full solar eclipse or not, but it was a total lunar, so I figured it would be. See, I'm telling you guys, like, I literally look up this stuff right before I'm supposed to be doing it. The 24th is the full moon in Sagittarius. See, so it's not a total eclipse. It's just almost total. It's Pretty close to the full moon. Okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't do a cast in the last one. I really do want to do one, but I do feel like the stabilization is going to be coming when we get to that full moon, or a stabilization is going to be coming. See, look, see. It's like there's a battle, but in this deck, that dude is smirking. It's like one guy's smirking, one guy's just standing there, and the other guy's literally in the background like this with his head down. All right, we got anger and chains. We got burdens. And we got full moon. All right. Full moon completion is definitely the completion of a cycle. Oh, I keep saying 9 of Wands. This is a 10. That's a full 10. I'm used to it looking like more like a wall. Right? So the 10 is definitely a completion of a cycle, right? It's about burdens and responsibilities, and definitely with the anger and chains here. Anger and chains. With the burden card there, it's like you need to pick and choose what burdens are yours to carry. What burdens are yours? Like I said with that dude the other day, I'm like, I'm sorry, you got issues and you got nowhere to go, but your problems are your problems. I've got enough of my own. I got enough of my own burdens to worry about. 2 of which is being 2 little children. I don't know you well enough to let you stay on my property overnight. Be gone. Don't pick up burdens that aren't yours. People have they love taking advantage of empathic, kind people. It's like, and there is a lot of people that are like that, are genuine sociopathic narcissists. They really don't care. They really don't care about your boundaries. They don't care what. I feel safe in your space, so I'm going to crash here whether you want me to or not. And meanwhile, it's like, I don't care that me being here doesn't make you feel safe, right? I don't care about your perspectives on anything. I'm just worried about me getting through the night. And I get that too, but still, not my problem. Pick and choose your burdens. And that goes all the way down to family and stuff like that, right? All right, well, here's going to be a bit of a countermeasure here, right? We got the garden. It's got the 8 of Swords there. See little kids? Smart today. I got these out because I'm old. All right. We got friends, festivities, acquaintances, and gatherings. From Oscar Wilde, we learn about the selfish giant who has a beautiful garden but won't allow anyone to enter because he refuses to let children in. The garden remains ever in winter. The giant finally hears a bird singing, and when he looks out, his garden is beginning to bloom again. Because one brave child has crawled into the garden through a hole. The giant learns that having friends is the key to living a good life. Once he has begun to open his garden and his heart to others, he realizes how much he gains from his friends and his neighbors. This card reminds us of the importance of community. It can indicate a festive time of friends and families gatherings. For specific timing needs, this can be a Sunday. This card is sometimes also called the park and may feature a public place where people gather. Well, and there's the other balance to it, isn't it, right? I know. I just having some fun with it. But that's the other side of it, right? It's like you don't want to pick up burdens that aren't yours, and you definitely don't, but you don't want to be so cold-hearted, right? So, like, I did open up, you know what I'm saying, and allow the person to come over and visit and stuff like that, right? You got to find your balances out there. I think that's a big message for everybody, is we all got to find our balances out there. You can't shut everybody in the world out, which a lot of people do on their journeys, right? A lot of people they'll lock everybody out. And it's hard because we do tend to need a lot of space. See, the glasses are weird with all the lights and stuff. A lot of people on this journey, you hit points where you need lots and lots of space. But at some point, you got to learn how to let people back in, right? We're never going to get to that new frequency vibration together if we don't learn how to be back and being back with each other. But like I said, it's a balance of it. Like, because, I distinctly remember growing up, we had an uncle and he had diagnosed schizophrenia. He was married and everybody said he was really paranoid, and today he's probably considered normal. This is what's funny. He was paranoid that the government was watching him, and he was blacklisted because he had all this conspiracy theory knowledge, and that's why he couldn't get a job, right? So everybody knew Jack was crazy, right? And everybody knew, even though he was the only person at the time that was like that it was going to be weird conversations and he was going to say something probably really jerkish at some point to somebody. He was still invited to all the cookouts. You know what I'm saying? His wife, my Aunt Donna and her son and all of them, they were always still invited. Let's see. Should I do it as you guys want a spread for just you three, or do you want, should I do the full zodiac? I was thinking of doing an all signs for Friday after this. Oh, no, there's 4. Maybe I should do all signs. I'll do a spread for you three, and then we'll do the all signs with a different deck. Just a quick message. For you guys, yeah, definitely, right? Just keep watching out for the game players. Keep focusing your energy where it needs to go, right? Queen of Pentacles again. Keep nurturing. Keep your passions. You are on your way for a 10 of Cups, right? That was really pretty and quick and to the point. Really is a focusing. Like I said, that boat metaphor really got me. I've never thought about that before. Rob gets on me all the time. He's like, you remember all this stuff? I'm like, that's the thing, though, with being me, is like, I don't ever really remember if it's an original thought or if I just read it somewhere, because I don't remember where I get the information from, which I've said before. That's the deck of many things. Which I haven't played with a while. Maybe I'm going to do the deck of many things with the all signs. I'm going to go live here. Give me about 30 minutes or so. Since I'm up early enough, I know everybody's sleeping. Is the card up? It is. Who's up? All right. One more shuffle, and then we'll do a card for everybody. All right, Aries. Ooh, 2 of Cauldrons. Definitely feeling divine connections today. Taurus. Don't be a drama mama. You guys know I call that the drama queen card. Don't be a drama queen. Gemini. Stay focused. Use the power of air today. Cancer. Ooh, you are being pulled. Definitely get all your elements, earth, air, fire, water, all of that. Earth, physically making motions, air, speaking into reality, water, putting your emotions behind it, right? Fire, putting your passion behind it. Get all that going in the same direction. Nothing's going to be able to stop you today. Leo, let it go, let it go. Virgo, ooh, either send them or you're going to be receiving them. Libra, watch your mouth. Be careful with your mouth today, Libra. Scorpio, enjoy the good things. Enjoy the good, stable things in your life. Sagittarius, ooh, Page of Cauldrons. You either got a love message coming in or you need to start speaking more love messages to those around you. Capricorn, Two of Pentacles. Keep practicing balance. Keep practicing balance. Aquarius, ooh, Nine of Rods. There we go. There's the wall. That's what I was messing up with earlier. Aquarius, you're good to keep defending what you have right now. Pisces, Ace of Pentacles, right? Focus on your physical surroundings and focus on your boat. Focus on your boat. And if you came in late and you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the beginning and get the boat metaphor. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I'm going to be back here in a little bit. I'm going to go check on Snickers and see what he's trying to do back there. He's probably trying to jump up on a bed. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love you. I'm back in a little bit.